Hello everyone, welcome back to CAMNES Studio. In this episode, we are going to focus on the swastika, its origins, its meanings, and its sad repercussions on modern history. Are you ready? Let's go. Okay guys, so swastika, also known as bent arm cross or hooked cross, is a name coming from Sanskrit, which means conducive to well-being. And already here it does embrace one of his main concepts. In fact, swastika is mainly found still today in Indian religions, meaning Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. These are the main religious situations, environments where we can find in the past and still today this symbol. They mainly divided in two versions. The clockwise versions, the direction of the arms, of the hooked arms or bent arms, which is the swastika, or the counterclockwise type, which is the swastika. Relatively, one is connected to the sun and the other one to night, which clearly are opposed one to each other. But not only clearly, it's a complex symbol, as we will see. Clearly, this famous symbol, this strong and powerful symbol, is sadly famous also due to its use as Hakenkreuz, the hooked cross, by the German National Socialist Party, also known as the Nazis Party, the NSDAP. Actually, this precise symbol was designed by Hitler. He explains everything in the Mein Kampf, because there was this misconception, as we will see, that it was strongly linked to the Aryan culture since the Iron Age in Germany. Hence, they found this strong connection with their past, with this German and Aryan past, which is why he actually decided to adopt this. But not only. As we know, in fact, Nazi Germany adopted several occult, esoteric symbols, which this was just a part. As we all know, even the famous SS are two runes, the S rune, doubled. There was a lot of this type of, we could say, magical empowerment going on in the Nazi party, especially wanted by Hitler himself. We will take a look at this probably in a future video. But let's take a step backward. Why did Hitler decide to adopt the Hakenkreuz, the swastika, in his logo, as the logo for his party and all his movement, clearly? Well, there are several reasons. The main reason is that actually this was already a commonly used fascist, anti-Semitic symbol. Yes, in fact, everything started with the discovery of Troy at Hisarlik in Turkey, where Heinrich Schliemann, one of the fathers of archaeology, who in 1871 discovered Troy, or at least some layers do belong apparently to that period of time and to that part of history. And he found several artifacts, several vases, we could say, ceramic vases, who had bore this type of symbol on the surface, the swastika, because the swastika, as we will see, is a very strong and very widely distributed symbol. But they didn't know that at that time. So as soon as he saw that symbol, he remembered that he saw that same symbol on several ancient artifacts belonging to the prehistory or Iron Age, especially the Iron Age of Germany, all the way down to the Celts and things like that. So they saw this strong connection, Aryan culture, clearly not true. And at that point, the swastika gained more and more attention. Not the broad public, but academics, politicians started to use this. In fact, it is not Hitler, as I said before, who started to use this. This was already widely present. Actually, one of the main, we could say, people, one of the main characters who adopted this and used it as a totalitarian, we could say, anti-Semitic symbol of his movement is Alexandru Cuza, the Romanian Alexandru Cuza, who actually, according to a recent article published by Blazen, adopted it, stole it from Heinrich Kreger. So we already have several movements actually in Germany and in Europe, we could say. For example, the Völkisch movement. All these type of anti-Semitic movement were very strong and eradicated already in the late 19th century, but clearly getting stronger and stronger in the beginning of the 20th century. So Hitler just got something that was already lurking around, and he elevated, we could say, he put it at the center of the core of his movement, his own movement, his Mein Kampf, his battle. So that's roughly and briefly the reason why this went inside this sadly part of history. Because he did believe that it had a strong power and that it was a strong connection of his own population, of the German population, of the Aryan culture. Hence, that is why they put it at the center of their movement. But this is clearly not the case. This is an extremely ancient symbol. Very, very widespread. Worldwide we can find it. And already we think, starting in the late Paleolithic, we can find this symbol. Probably having the same symbology, which did transform itself in history and it diversified in the different cultures. But we can say that since the late Paleolithic, actually there is a specific object, ivory bird discovered at Mezine in Ukraine, which is radiocarbon dated to 15,000 BCE, extremely ancient and much before Nazi Germany or the Iron Age in Germany. We find these incisions. But not only, I mean, we have several testimonies, for example, in several Neolithic cultures in Mesopotamia, but not only, also in Africa, throughout Asia, in America, in the Maya and the Navajo, I mean, all the way down to early Christian and Byzantine art. It is all over the place. But why is this so? What was the main significance behind the swastika? Well, clearly we can't be 100% certain, based on recent religions that still adopted and comparing it to the prehistoric or early historic cultures. It appears rather clear that the main symbol, the main significance is the sun, which does in turn symbolize prosperity, which symbolizes life in general. So that's why it's a very positive symbol. In fact, it is also associated to good luck. In recent history, it was mainly associated and is still associated to good luck, to good fortune. It's a protection symbol, we could say, in both directions and positioned, drawn, incisioned in various ways. And clearly, sometimes it also has some variations, but the base concept is always that one. And as I said, it's incredible how worldwide, how the amazing distribution this symbol has. One would question why this is so. Well, first of all, because the sun is at the base of most ancient cultures. It's a sacred entity that we find, again, worldwide. So that's already a reason why this was carried on. This is always present. And also, graphically, the symbol is very powerful. It's very simple in the end because it is a cross with two basic lines crossing each other, which have this hooked, this bent version, which is something that catches the eye immediately, but not, I know we are biased by clearly the Nazist period. But not only, I mean, it always attracted the human attention because it does have a powerful, symbolically charged, graphically appeal. It just has a special power that immediately conveys our attention, and we tend to, in the past, recreate it, to repropose it in different versions, as we can see in the various images we saw in this video. But at the base, it's always the same symbol. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and remember that understanding the past explains the present and defines our future.
Hi guys, if you want to discover more about archaeology and our ancient past from a different perspective, make sure to click on the CAMNES logo here below. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you will never miss an episode and join the archaeological community in search of the truth.